These white supremacist organizations are also known terrorist organizations, and they are dangerous.
They spew hatred and incite violence and murder the innocent.
White nationalist. It's a term not strong enough for some in the wake of the New Zealand mosque shooting that killed 50. They say far-right extremists are an issue and a growing problem that Canadians need to open their eyes to. Calgary's mayor started a city council meeting by saying a white nationalist is a soft description for what should be called racists and neo-Nazis. He says it's clear the mass shooting is a direct effect of hate speech, the kind that even aspiring politicians need to denounce.
Do you stand at protests where neo-Nazis are also speaking and ignore their presence? Do you pretend not to hear questions about that? Or do you stand with good, decent human beings and say, nah, never mind that I might get some votes out of that. I condemn that.
Denounce it at town halls.
The Prime Minister had a similar message.
Choosing to stay silent while hatred stews is complicity in its most cowardly form.
In this speech posted in January, this expert says the media and policymakers are not paying enough attention to the far right. Her 2015 study noted there were more than 100 far-right groups in Canada, but that's grown to about 300 today.
Where they do mention the far right, individuals or groups, it's generally to dismiss them as not ideologically coherent and therefore not a threat. I'm here to tell you that's a dangerous mistake.
After the mosque shooting, U.S. President Donald Trump said Friday he didn't think white nationalism is a rising worldwide threat, and it's a small group of people with serious problems. On Monday morning, he responded to critics who say his words are fueling anti-Muslim sentiment. A tweet reads, "The fake news media is working overtime to blame me for the horrible attack in New Zealand. They will have to work very hard to prove that one. So ridiculous." Nenshi didn't criticize a specific politician, but pointed to New Zealand's leader as a shining example.
She didn't stop to say, will some people be offended if I wear a hijab when I go to meet the victims and their families? She just said that's the right thing to do. It's the respectful thing to do. She didn't stop and think, how will I be hurt politically if I move quickly on new gun laws?
In Calgary, Laderas, City News.